Okay, rolling. So we put together a little slideshow here, a little presentation, shall we say. A little presentation. And of course we are an equal opportunity offender. There are certain words I can't say, so I have to watch my language, but I'm going to try to let the truth be known here as much as I possibly can. Here is Elizabeth Warren. She's a full-blooded Indian. Did you know that? A full-blooded Native American. Just like my mother's mother, Muskogee Creek. I don't know what she claims, Narragansett or I don't know, Ojibwe, Algonquin, Oneida. I have no idea. All I know is she's full of shit. Like most of them are, most politicians, full of shit. But anyway, there's another. Unfortunately, it's a representation of a statue and not an actual statue. There should be statues such as this in every major American city. Let you know what you're dealing with. You go to certain areas, better have your head on a swivel, motherfucker. You know what's good for you. You don't want to wind up a victim. Better have your head on a swivel. Yes, sirree. Alert. Aware 24/7. Sleep with one eye open. Equal opportunity offender. Like I say. I don't even want to say that word. T-R-A. That first word there. Daycare worker gets plea deal, avoids prison time after sexually abusing a little one of our most innocent in the great state of Kentucky. I don't know, maybe it's true what they say about it, but that's not even what traditionally has been said about Kentucky people. We've always laughed and joked about certain cultures in Tennessee and Kentucky and Southern Appalachia in general. This is just a whole new thing. This kind of stuff didn't really come on the radar until you know who. Barack Hussein, you know who. Father of the, you know what, L, followed by G, followed by B, followed by T, followed by Q, probably followed by CIA. So he came along. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings. If that offends you, give a fuck. They start teaching them very young. I feel for their children. I really do. God bless them. I love them. But they are taught to be violent criminals and disruptors of society. It was just the facts, folks. Just the facts. I'm just showing. Nothing to see here. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying who's to blame about any of this stuff. I'm just showing the cover photos for some articles that I've read recently here online. Here's one of them. This fucking thing right here. Pointed a gun at a detective, prompting the officer to discharge his weapon, deleting the man. However, the family contests the series of events and has hired a civil rights lawyer to accuse the officer who shot him of murder. The cop is guilty. The guy was pointing a gun at the cop. They want the cop charged with murder. God almighty. Here's the leader of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, insists white Afrikaner refugees are not being persecuted or treated badly. What are you talking about, persecuted? We'd never do anything like that. No, of course not. Never. They're little angels. These people can only be victims. It's never them. It's always that white devil, that cracker. That cracker. Nah, saying, oh, why them crackers, you know. Hates me some crackers. What's been going on in California? Mexican mafia leader sentenced for trying to ethnically cleanse you know what people from a California city. You know, I don't know, man. These days, way things are going, violent crime, racial violence in this country, I'm not too sure which side of the fence I sit on here. I guess I just have to kind of straddle the fence a little bit and just kind of lean one way or the other, depending on the political winds at the time, I guess we'd say. Something to that effect. What have we here? Oh, yeah. Carmelo, nah, son. My name be Carmelo. You gon' show me some motherfucking respect. Nah, son, oh, what you know. Where did that name Carmelo come from? Come on. What's the regional origin of that name? It be for Africa now, son. Really, Africa? What part of Africa? I do not know. I know you don't know. You don't know anything except how to sing and dance and play ball and burn and loot and murder and fuck and make little fucking future violent criminals. Rear them in such a way. Actually, they don't even rear them at all, and that's what the problem is. They start running wild from the time they're 4 or 5 years old. Not all. I'm not judging. Hey, man, I'm not painting anybody with any broad strokes here. I know that there's good and bad in all cultures, all ethnicities. It would be wrong to say otherwise. Here's Mr. Eminem, saying that being white is so embarrassing, I want to delete myself. Well, I mean, it's a free country. You're perfectly free to do whatever you want. Unless, of course, they've got you in a mental institution where they can keep you safe from yourself and keep others safe from you. But you're not in a mental institution. You're walking around free as a bird. So if there's something you want to do to yourself, you just feel free to go ahead and exercise your right to do whatever it is that you want to do. You want to identify as somebody 6 feet under? Go right ahead. Nobody's trying to stop you. Marianne Edgar Buddy, the woke Episcopal church leader who lectured President you-know-who over his immigration policies. Well, she just announced she's ending her refugee partnership with the government because Mr. T is giving refuge to persecuted South Africans. What is it, like 50 of them? From a really bad area where it was very, very dangerous for them? Haven't we seen somewhere to the tune of tens of thousands of white farmers in South Africa murdered? For what? For being white? Oh, that's not extermination at all. Nothing to see here. They're not being persecuted. Single mom who beat cancer 4 times. Deleted by a random bullet fired at home by that thing right there. That thing with the fuzzy top right there and the darkish colored complexion, the usual suspects and the usual victims. It's always this way and not the other way around. Very rare instances is it the other way around. It's usually this demographic deleting that demographic 999 times out of 1,000. Pretty much. That's best math I can give you on that subject. Dude, white people will literally do more to help a great white shark. I can't read that. This dude says, sharks kill 5 people a year and don't push random people onto subway tracks and don't loot stores. I couldn't agree any more with the guy that posted this on X. That is one of the accounts that I follow over there on X because it's one of the few who tell the truth. X is allowing a lot more than Twitter was allowing as far as free speech goes. It seems to be on a trajectory so that it's getting better and not worse. So, you know, I recommend you get X and just scroll through it every day for news, unless, of course, you're bothered by random videos of violent crimes being perpetrated on certain ethnicities in this country, Caucasians. But see, it's racist if a white person says that you know what kind of person is a monkey, but they get to say it all they want. That's not racism. That's not racism, because their ancestors were slaves. Well, there was 20 million Irish people sold into slavery. Where the word slavery comes from is the word Slavic. Over about 500 years, more than 150 Slavic people, they're Caucasians by the way, were sold into international slavery, the human slave trade. With black Africans, I think it was somewhere to the tune of 680,000 only over a 400 or 500 year period. Nothing near the number of Caucasians sold into slavery. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. What do we got here? Hanging down his face. Man rips out stranger's eyeball after victim asks, "How are you doing?" while walking past him, police say. So, white dude is walking down the street, sees Afroid dude, and says, "How are you doing?" Trying to show a little, you know, probably virtue signaling, showing that he's friendly and caring towards these people. And for that, he got his eyeball ripped out by this fucking motherfucker, this piece of shit right here with a tattoo below his eye right there. Fuck you, get the fuck out of here. Now here's this dude, I remember this story from a few years back. This kid kidnapped out of his own bedroom, sleeping by this thing that had crept in. This thing took this little red-headed stepchild, this little red-headed child, toddler, took him down the street and murdered him, threw him down on the ground so hard that it killed him. But see, that's not racist at all. No. It's not racist when those people do it to those people because of slavery. Slavery which these people didn't even do. There are very few people even left in this country who are the descendants of slave owners. Most of the people in this country, the Caucasians in this country, came over during the Great Migration period of 1880 to 1920, long after slavery was abolished. Scotch people, Dutch people, you name it, from wherever, Europe, Asia, other places. People are so stupid, especially this particular community. They don't know shit. All they know how to do is fuck and play basketball and rap. Killer murdered beautiful stranger because he was secretly you know what. Can't say it. There's a Vietnamese name, Tran. I guess I'll just say that. Tran. I don't even want to pronounce the S part on this shit because YouTube uses the algorithm to fish out certain language, then go and have a human being actually take a look at your video and determined that it's racism. It's racism to expose all this truth. This truth that the media and the authorities work so hard to hide 24/7, 365. And then this, I can't even play what he's saying because he's using that particular word that begins with the letter N. He's using it so much, but I like this guy. I like him a lot. He tells the truth about this this younger generation, pretty much anybody under 50 in this culture right here, this American inner city culture that nobody's allowed to criticize or they're racist. He's using the N-word over and over, so I can't play the audio of what he's saying, but I mean, just the video is enough that you can see that this is just this isn't a civilized society. These aren't serious members of any community. These people are purely destructive. They are purely deviant, sexual deviant, physically violently deviant. They're just they're not fit for not just society. They're not fit for civilization itself. Not fit for civilization. That old term that used to be used a lot in the 80s is just proving itself more and more true. This is a menace to society. Anyway, I think this video has gotten just about long enough. Pretty thorough today, I would say. I'm going to end it right there, but I recommend that you share this video and help wake some people up. Most people do not get to see the truth. Most people live their entire lives in concert with a calculated lie. So until next time, we are out of here. Bing!